far, so good. So far, so good, man. I'll take it, tell you what. Hey, 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 what is up, everybody? Okay, so it turned out I'm a dingbat, as per usual. Um, Apparently, one, it actually is not as difficult doing Skies 2 as what I initially thought. Apparently, I just don't know the read very well. Um, Second off, this is the starter boat, which I still really don't quite understand how I'm able to run two and record, but not one. But what you do is you go up here, you hit activate, and then this does some create type things. And factory block, create. And that's even create encased shaft. Now we gotta pick an island. Now, okay, that island looks like it has water. Uh I don't know exactly which island I want to pick. Uh, I did this one. I'm not doing a peaceful island for fishing and relaxing. Not doing that again. Um, Mystic Grove with whimsy and crystals. Steampunk Island. I'm not doing that. A soulful island with ethereal lights and amber trees. A floating cottage brimming with magic. Uh, you know what? I think we're going to do this one. Might test well. Now, originally I was confused, but if you look at the top center of my screen, fake grass block. Apparently, the reason why before, which if anybody remembered before, you will know what I'm talking about. I did a live and then I scrapped it because I felt like I was getting duper looped. But there is a whole lot of things. I wonder if my keybinds are still set the same. No, they are not. Wait, yes, they are. Which means this is where my confusion started aboundly. And for those of you who might be wondering what do heck I'm talking about, of why I got so confused, let's take a look at this main quest line. Okay. Now, as you see, Grains of Infinity, right? How close you are to the depths of the void and hanging out low enough will allow you to passively collect grains. I did not see this or read this, and also I did not know what this means. Is watch. Grains of Infinity is normally something that is you got to go through a whole thing to get. Not no more. You literally just keep doing this, and you just keep getting Grains of Infinity. Instructions unclear. Can anybody say? Cause yeah, that was not like. There's no way in hell just anybody who's anybody is going to know that is a thing. It took Chosen a fucking amazing Minecraft player falling off by accident to figure that one out. And when he figured it out, because I do watch Chosen. He is the one that gives me some inspiration sometimes when I don't find none because he reminds me a lot of myself on a lot of things. I hope nobody takes that as an insult to the man because it's really not. But he really does like remind me of myself because like me and him actually choose a lot of the same starter things and do a lot of things the same. So I need 4. Well, time to go jump off the island again. What I love doing is jumping off the island. And Geronimo! Yeah, sometimes you take damage, sometimes you don't. Hey, look at that. Completed. This also, I did not realize, has a second recipe. So yeah, there's a couple of things that I feel like a complete doofus on. And it's mainly because, no offense, you don't think that this is a 3 option tier quest type thing. You don't realize that there's literally 3 different ways you can get to the same end result, including this. Who would have known? I'm sorry, but who the hell would have known that? Or this? Like nobody's gonna think, oh, let me click on this. Read what it says. The waters of the void collect plenty of item of its essence. Perhaps you could simply pull some out with the right tool when something tugs on the line. Pulling at the right time should let you reel in what you snagged. Like what? And these are apparently connected to these. Like what? So, with that being said, me no longer being a doofus, let's give this pack an actual good old college chance. Alrighty, y'all. Alrighty, y'all. So, without further ado, let's just jump straight. Sorry, y'all. Something fell off my desk and jump startled the hell out of my heart. In case you're wondering what that whole jump thing was just about. Um, Now, do I still stand behind my initial thing of quest unclear for the most part? Yes. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna say I don't stand behind that because it still is very much very true. Like, I'm sorry, in my opinion, I think that, they could have gone about it way better. Also, apparently with these coins, you got a man purse. Yo, I whipped up some stick of art for a streamer. Wanna peep it? Oh, sick of art. Sick of art. Man, I ain't got no money, so you talking to the wrong dude. But if you want, I can take and definitely mail you a dictionary or a thorax, because that is not English, my dude. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but that's not English. These kids nowadays, they forget English is our first language. I bet y'all though, no offense, he's probably some kid that doesn't know English. And it's not me being rude, it's just me being honest. Which is fine and understandable. I mean, not everybody knows English. Y'all, I'm probably going to end up getting the reputation of being the asshole streamer, which is perfectly fine by me because if anybody actually truly knows me in person, you will take and know that that's not true. You know what? Actually, hey, come here real quick. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting my roommate. Okay, you live with me. I'm an asshole, right? Yes.
No,
I am. We all know I am.
sometimes.
But am I really that bad of a guy?
No,
See, y'all, even my roommate knows, and she lives with me. I can be an asshole, but
not really. You just kind
honest.
of, no, you just kind of shout.
uh, Listen to what this dude said. Yo, I whipped up some sicko art for a streamer. Want to peep it? That's not English. And obviously, he's just after money because he's like, if you're cool with it, you can drop your IG or Discord here. No, close my door someplace and thank you. So people can give me the asshole name of saying I'm an asshole streamer if y'all want, but I'm not really an asshole. I'm one, brutally honest, and two, just tell it how it is and say the shit that nobody else has the cojones to take and say. Okay, so it was taking saying that this would give me this, but I don't think I'm anywhere close enough to that to be able to do that. Um, I really ain't. Oh, duh! I don't need to make this. What the hell am I doing? Um, I needed to grow some trees. So is any of this real or is it all fake? So what do I get? I get dirt, which is real. But I'm fairly certain that that would then make this fake. Okay, you know what? First things first. I don't know who designed these steps, but these steps are very, very useless. Like, I, again, do not like having to do parkour to get into me house. You should be able to get into your house relatively easily. There we go. Much better. I can actually now get to the door. Um, so let's ignore a few things for right now. Um, except for the grass seeds. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of. And then I will grow some trees and stuff. I could have sworn I seen water on this island. Yep, over here. Hey, and this is real grass. Hey, look. That's cool. I found hidden treasures. Cracked something gem. Cracked slipstream gem. Okay, so now I got grass. It gives me a whole bunch of things as a reward. A mega torch prevents neutral spawning of hostile monsters and a big radius around the torch. Ooh, 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 ooh. I like that. Okay, so string. Oh yeah. That's right. That's why I need to grow a whole bunch of trees, chop them down. Also, I did find out from watching Chosen again, baller ass dude. If y'all have never watched Chosen or heard of Chosen, go watch his shit, man. He is the fucking king dog. Like he's the king of Sheba when it comes to modded. Like I would recommend him to anybody and everybody that's ever even thought about modded Minecraft. And it's not just because mine and his uh play is the same in some ways. It's also just because well, he is an awesome Minecrafter and an awesome YouTuber. Now, I have no idea how this happened. But we need yeah, we need trees. I guess there might have been a flower nearby or something because I know when I was watching Chosen, that's what happened to him is there was a flower nearby and it caused a whole bunch of flowers to spawn when he started working for trees. Hold on 1 second, y'all. And go to this. And banned. Goodbye. Sorry, y'all. I really get sick and tired of having people asking me for money. Like, if you want some money, go get a goddamn job. And even if this is your job, okay, I'm fine with that. But don't hound people for money. Like, remember that if anybody ever wants to be cool with me, be friends with me, I don't like hounders. Do not hound me for money. Do not hound anybody for money. That is just beyond rude and sick. Like, that makes me sick to my stomach when people do that. Like, what the hell is wrong with you in your freaking head that you think it's okay to go into somebody else's place to work pretty much? I may not get paid for it yet, but I do Twitch and YouTube and stuff as a job. So don't come up into my line of work hounding me for money. That'd be like going up in my house and be like, hey, yeah, can you give me some money? No. Just no. Um, I need bone meal. Which means I need this. And I'm gonna make a trap door. I mean not trap door, pressure plate for that door. Yeah, there we go. I don't think it's gonna hurt nothing to make a stone pickaxe. There we go. Now that doesn't look as weird. I mean, there's still floating candles, but I'm not going to do nothing about the floating candles. Okay, let's go get some more trees. So way I can then get some bone meal. Even though I don't remember what I needed said bone meal for. Oh yeah. Seeds. That's right. Y'all, my brain, it works sometimes. Now there is a lot of ins and outs and bobbity bibs with this, including I don't know how to get to it, but there is um the I call it food rebalancing. I don't know what the rest of the world calls it, but what it pretty much does is you need to versatilize your diet and eat more than just the same thing over and over again because if you do you get more hearts, or at least that's the way I understand it. So keep that in mind. Let me do something real quick. Got to kick off the quest. Did I already do bone meal then? I grabbed the composter. What are you talking about? Okay, there we go. I think it might have got confused because I technically kind of did do it a little bit out of order. Yep, nope, that's not gonna work because my floor is so one level. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this build. Uh, y'all can get mad at me like you do Chosen. Uh, I'm probably gonna tear all this up and take and sit there and do it differently. And that's just because, well, I don't like the build, no, but if I am going to get a starter base with some resources and stuff, I'd much rather just tear it all up, use the resources, and call it a day. Just be quite honest with y'all. I'm quite frank. Um, what seeds did I get? Black seeds. Yes, 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 yes. Two different ways to get. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, this ain't dirt. Not what I meant to do. Oh, did anybody take and see that Mojang apparently is talking about uh changing the opacity of string and making it more visible? Ain't that something horrible to find out? Like, I don't know who agrees or disagrees, but string is nice how it is where you can barely see it. Yes, it's a little bit annoying. Like, I think they should add a way to where, like, say if you're holding a piece of string or something, maybe you can see it and don't tell everybody about it, like something, but not like, I'm sorry, I can't get behind certain things. Sorry for anybody that might disagree with me, but that's just my personal humble opinion. Ooh. Should be 3. What is this called? Strainer. Oh, that is cool. I didn't know I could do that. Good to know. What is this? Core template? Cool. Oh, my hand is itchy. Okay. And now, with these have to go in the water. And slowly but surely, over time, they will pick up all sorts of different things. Now, the one thing, though, I want to know. Yes! Oh, thank God. They do have it. How difficult is it to make, though? Oh, you get a small percent chance with dirt in a sifter. Cool. I do like that, actually, a lot. Um, which I'm going to take and show you the same way Chosen showed me how to actually get andesite fairly easily. So just I was just talking shit about somebody's uh spelling skills, and I just fucked up on spelling. Oopsie. Oh, they must have fixed that since Chosen played. That's cool. Hey. Now, mind you, you will need more than just a couple of these. Um, so bear that in mind. So when you do go to make these, make sure that you make enough to be able to make a couple, and there is going to be a reason for that. Also, you will need bowls because in this mod pack, um, okay, what's going on with my brain today? Okay, there we go. Dyslexia strikes again. But so, and for those of you who do not know what a dripper is, it is a really amazing, cool block that does really amazing and cool things. Uh, there we go. Thank God. I was going to be a little irritated if I didn't get any. But let's clear this area up a little bit. Clean up, not clear up. Well, I mean, technically, you can say it either way because technically you are clearing the area. But anyways, I digress. Um, there we go. So you're gonna take your drippers, which I can do like that. You're gonna put some ley water in ley drippers, and not that far back. Oopsie. And you are going to put down blocks of andesite. And then what this will do is it will convert that into a weird andesite type deal. And this is how you get early access to andesite alloy, which is needed to make the sifter. It just takes a minute. Which I don't even know if it takes and talks about this in the quest. It possibly does. Straining the path uses create shifters to potentially automate the production of resources from this essence rich void. To start, drip a bucket's worth of water over andesite obtained from a strainer. This will from deposits. Okay. So it needs to be more water then. Yeah, it needs to be more water. That's what was going on there. But then you break this. Ta-da! And there's actually a reason why I'm going down each and every path for y'all. It's so y'all can take and see every path. Which I love how Chosen did it. He did it differently than I am, but this is my way of showing you how it's done. I'm gonna go down each path painstakingly, so I can show y'all each and every path, each and every way to do things. Um, because it is very interesting um methods to get all this stuff done. As you see, I just inadvertently checked off a whole bunch of things on my list. And you mainly get coins for completing quests, but and now the last way that I will show y'all of like this is I'm doing literally As you can see, I'm doing step by step for y'all. Step by step. There's a reason for that. I want to show y'all step by step. So if anybody out there is new to these mods, you can still actually be able to keep up and be able to understand what I'm showing you. So don't think that this is me treating anybody like they're stupid or not. And this is just me trying to make sure that anybody out there can keep up with what I'm doing and can keep up and understand why I'm doing it the way I am. Speaking of which, I am making me an axe because I got plenty of cobblestone for it now. Yes, I just made me an axe just so I can chop all this up, get it the hell out of my way. I will never understand, even in like actual people's builds I've seen before, like when I've been on servers or realms or worlds or anything with people. Why would you? Why would you build something and put it right in the middle of the walkway? Like, if anybody does that, can you explain to me why you do that? That would be very useful information to know. Dripping water over dirt can work into, yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. I should have remembered that from plenty other mod packs I've played that it's the same exact recipe. But you just put dirt, it will eventually turn into clay. And you're going to need this clay to get your first buckets. A bucket. Oh, it says it's empty. Well, that doesn't help nothing, but oh well. Alrighty, so now with your fishing rod in hand, this is where you can move on to your next steps. This is iron geode, which this really does take and like just walk you through a whole giant long list of this is how you can do a lot of things. Okay. This is very easy. It takes some white dye, which I can get right now, and you place onto the void crystal. Now, in doing so, which I'm going to go back to the fishing park here in a little bit, but in doing so, you need to, like, wherever you're going to put this, make sure that you put it in a nice spot to where either make sure you put it in a nice spot where you plan on keeping it for a while or put it in its permanent location. Trust and believe. But as for me, I think right here will be fine. For now, at least, you know. Now we can go up here, click on this, and get all these things. We can't do it for the rest of them yet, but we can do it for that one. And then we get this, summons frogs. I don't think it summons anything else other than frogs, but it does summon frogs. But now, for those of you who do not know how this all works, device offline. I fucked up. Well, this is supposed to go on the bottom because it does have to go, you know, in a specific way. Oops. But what this is a crystal resonant generator. It is part of AE, and what it does is provides power to whatever it is connected to. Not a lot, but it provides a little bit of power. And when that's connected to a growth accelerator, it does this. And it's really, really awesome. Would you like some crystals? And when this thing's fully grown, you can then take and get some crystals from it. And what those then do is that is how you can make iron. Whew. There's a lot of talking involved in this video today, but that's fine. I'm not going to take and do this for every single quest, but I feel that this is very important information to know for the beginning, just so everybody knows. I am debating if I should make one or two. I'll just make one. I'll just make one. There's no furnaces in this house. I just noticed that. Huh? Well, that's a weird recipe. See, y'all can take and see that I've never made a furnace. I didn't even realize it took freaking torches to make a furnace, which is funny because I literally watched Chosen do it, so I should have known, but. And put that in there. And smelt that up. Gives me a little bit of charcoal that I can use if I wanted to. And yeah. I don't know what I'm missing here. I already made a campfire though. Okay. I see what happened there. It wants me to make ash. Holy cannolis. Well, we're still going to finish making said ash for those of you who might be curious how to make said ash. And I'm putting this over here because I don't like the fact that that does that. But somewhere preferably not inside your flammable house. You're going to take this and you're going to light it on fire. I am going to go make a shovel and hope that that does not burn everything to the ground to cinders. Rod of hostile ignite. Right, that's what that says. Ignition. And then we have a rain shield. And these are done, so I can show you. You're going to press your grave key, which is just below your escape key. If you haven't reset your keybind to anything different. And you will then get ash from burning wood. There's a lot of things you get from doing a lot of these quests. I don't know what happened to my campfire. I know I had. Oh yeah, that's right. I used it. But there is a use for the campfire other than just turn it into a furnace. You have your campfire. I don't know if this is safe to put inside my house, but we're gonna find out. And then you put this over top, and you can actually do some cool things with that, including if you take a log or a stack of logs, doesn't matter. You can put them in here, and from what Chosen said, it gets tossed off to one side, and it can give you coal. Like pretty much think of whatever you can do inside of a furnace, you can do inside of that. Now this is going to give you iron. And actually, hold on. But you can actually turn it into this, and then it gives you actual full blocks. So that's amazing. And that is pretty much just one of your methods. Now I'm going to show you the other methods, even though that is technically get me iron. We're not going to grab any of the iron until I show you these other two methods. So, second method, because we pretty much are done with this method. First method is knocked out. This method is a very simple method. You go over here. Let me make sure that this doesn't catch any essence. Oh, it catches nature essence. That's cool. But you're going to throw your fishing bobber into the water. Wait around. Here comes the bobs. Here comes this. And you want to get it in the yellow. I'm horrible at this. Let's try again. Should I do like some people do and blame my computer? What? How? What? Huh? I'm confused, y'all. That's what you're supposed to do, at least as far as I got told. There ain't no trash back here.
What about that envelope?
Well, yeah, that's trash. I didn't even take note that was still there. Come on. Hey, okay. Apparently, you have to get it in the green, not the yellow. I, everybody makes mistakes. I'm not going to claim any of that yet, just because. Well, yeah, but we. Uh, I got a fishing rod. What? Hold on, y'all. Something's broken here. Warning: completing this quest by checking the check mark will set your team on the path. Okay. I don't understand what happened there. I guess you can only click one of these, which is kind of crappy. Let me see something here. If I make another fishing rod, will this then fix itself? Let's see. Huh. No. So I guess you can only technically complete one path and actually claim this top part, but that's fine. So the other thing is the sifter, which is cool. I don't mind that, I have to choose a path. But we are going to make a sifter. So we're going to need one of these. We're going to need one of these. And then we are going to strip, bang, pow, boom. Okay, I apparently do not know how to spell sifter. Um, SIF. SIF. What is this? Oh, that just needs to be any stone. Okay. Um, do I have any andesite? I don't think I do, but I can go make some quite easily. I'm gonna have to complete the quest because I have to make me some more andesite alloy, so I can be able to show you the other method. What? The trash bag? Yeah. And then we just take this, combine it with a piece of wood. Ta-da!
Oh, there's a big spider. Big spider in here.
Okay, can we? All right, back to what I was doing. So we can now make this. And this requires a mesh. And that requires sticks. There's a lot of sticks needed in a lot of these recipes. Which there is one thing I am doing differently than Chosen. Well, a few things, but one of the main differences I'm doing than Chosen is yeah, it looks like you can only choose one at a time. But what I'm doing differently than Chosen is I am trying to rush to integrated storage. I am not worried all too much about um I don't do crate like that. I know there is a storage system I can make with crate, and I know a lot of people love crate and so on and so on and so forth. I like crate to an extent, but not really enough to take and choose it over even industrial. What was it called again? Industrial foregoing or something like that. Integrated dynamics. Like I would prefer integrated dynamics over anything else. Holy cow, that mother trucker was just huge. Sorry, y'all, I had a spider on my foot. And that mother trucker was big and angry. But I prefer integrated dynamics. So yeah, we're going integrated dynamics route with this, not any other way. Which, if I'm not mistaken, there should be. I think there is a way of yes. Oh wait, no, that requires a millstone. What would it take to make the millstone? Oh, nothing too crazy. This is quite simple to make the millstone. And that. And then that. And that. And I don't have my thing in my hand, so we're just going to do that. Make a millstone. And then we need 2. Is this the main thing you get from it? Yeah, it looks like it is. So yeah, all we need is 2. Embrace the grind. Which, by the way, what's funny though is when you make this, it says not this again. It even takes and calls out its own bullshit that we have to do that so many times. Which, by the way, y'all, I've made integrated dynamic storage system so many times that I remember how to do it by heart now. So in case y'all are wondering why I'm not having to look up too many recipes or anything, it's because I already know how it works and how to do it. And I'll probably end up putting it under my base just so I don't have to look at chest. But I want to get into that as quick as possible so I can have a crafting grid and have easy access and have a way to search all of my said items. Um, so that's kind of why we are rushing to get into that. But to kind of show y'all how the other progressions work, you would need a hammer, and then you would need this. You would turn this into gravel for any. This is just a quick rundown. I'm not going to literally go through and take and grind out enough gravel to take and show y'all how it works. I'm doing the bare basics, but you have a chance of getting uh iron chunks from that, and then you can turn that into blah blah blah. So there's your other method. I really don't plan on ever using that method, but it is here, and I am going to use it for dirt because I need a mineral sapling. And it says it has a 12% chance. So let's see. Also, you can put hoppers underneath this, which I'm actually going to do, and connect it to a chest and stuff, and it will actually work. And I'm actually going to end up making 2 hoppers. So I'm going to need 2 more chests. So go like that and like that. And also this works with a hopper as well. You can hook up a hopper to this if you really wanted to. We're not going that deep into it. Again, I am not a big crate nerd like some people are. Like, it's okay and it's good for what it is, and I do use some crate stuff for certain things, but not like that. I would much prefer a lot of other different methods for doing almost anything in Minecraft that you would use crate for. Which, don't get me wrong, I know enough about crate that I could actually make certain things if I really wanted to. I choose not to. Heck, I can make a pretty decent blast uh furnace type setup and stuff, and have like stuff automatically getting sit through this sifter and giving me iron that way and stuff, but I don't need to. I can take and do it this way. Mineral. That's what I needed. This will now get me down the path that I like. Which I'm not going to explain mineral to anybody. You guys can just watch me play with it. And if you ever have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. But mineral, the integrated dynamics, is that what this was called again? Yeah, integrated dynamics. This is my second baby. Like AE is my first baby, and it will always be my favorite. But this is definitely a close second. Um, so always remember that, y'all. That this is a really valuable option. Oh crap! To do things, logic programmer, drying basin, storage terminal. Okay, so we need the drying basin. Also, we are going to need a pressure plate. And we will need some sand. What turns directly into sand? Well, that's in a crusher. We don't need a crusher. Dirt. What the? Is it because there's something in my offhand? Yes, it was because there was something in my offhand. But let's go ahead and make some sand, and then we're going to smelt this up, turn it into some glass. Or one piece, because I think it requires. Yeah, there we go. The only reason why I knew that, why I didn't have to look at it, is because, well, every one of these things do that same thing of, hey, taking turn cobblestone into gravel, then turn it into dirt, then turn it into sand, then turn it into dust. It's the same old, same old. Now, I do believe that is sophisticated storage, yeah. And with sophisticated storage, there should be upgrades. Yeah. And I needed to go from copper to this. Okay, can we please? And then that now gives me more storage. Nice. An unnecessary tool. Huh. I don't understand what that is. always has at least Fortune 1. Durability 750. Huh. Now make sure that when you set this up, because I have done it before and ended up being a complete dingbat about it, that this does have to be set up to where you can actually jump on top. If you don't have enough room to jump on top, you will not be able to do nothing. But now what y'all are going to want to do, and the reason why this is on the front is so we can reset the squeezer. But you do that, and it will give you a block, a mineral block, or crystallized mineral. And this is very important stuff for this. But again, I'm not going to take and teach y'all all the complete ins and outs of this because it's quite simple once you do it the first 5 times. So you will eventually get the hang of it. Trust and believe. You will eventually get the hang of it. Oh yeah, glowstone. How do I get glowstone? That might be a problem. Oof. Hmm. Can I fish this up from the water? Gameplay loot. Maybe I can fish this up from the water. Let's go and try. But I am going to leave this video here. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you can know for all my future uploads and everything. We're live. And this has been your boy Dick I'll sign off.